Next we have Deb Ostreicher, who's read here a number of times, and glad to have her back, and wondering what she's up to. I haven't seen her or heard much of her lately, but we're glad to have her back. Give her a nice hand. Deb Ostreicher.
Because the nice thing I found about Naked City is it somehow feels appropriate to me for the poet to sit down. Other places you feel like you have to stand up. This is nice. This is the first time we had a mic here, so happy.
Yeah.
So, like you said, my name is Deb Ostreicher, and I'm the only poet in the world. I'm going to read some older poems, because I don't have any new poems. I've been working on prose for a while, or working on it. And let's see, I'll just start. The first poem I'm going to read is called News at the Beach. All my life, getting naked meant going to bed, handing over my legs, my arms, my belly, to a man who could handle them better than me. That was pleasure, but so was this. Coarse air slapping the base of my back, salted water galloping through my womb in waves, sand and fragments of seashells clinging to each forbidden hair of my body. My breasts burned crisp, as I should have expected. What the sun has never before seen ought to sizzle under that first furious gaze. This next poem is called After Hopper's Nude, and it's sort of inspired by a painting by Edward Hopper, but it's not very accurate about the painting, so if you know it, you might know the errors. Well, they're not errors, they're creative deviations.
Poetic license.
Right, poetic license. Okay. Yes, she is miserable. You can see it in the shoulders darkened slope, the back slumped in something like despair. But there is also something delicious in this picture, although the woman's hair obscures her face like a drape. Alone in a cheap room which doesn't belong to her, which was probably rented by some early optometrist who vanished before the amorous effects of his liquor could fade, the woman leans nude out the filmed window, outside, where everything's painted like a threat. Hopper's brush has cleansed the woman's skin of all detail. She's muted. No. She does not huddle beneath covers, does not cower like a voiceless beast who fears another blow. Her eyes are turned away from you and gaze unblinking at a landscape full of hazards. In choosing nakedness, you declare yourself safe. This poem is called Your Father's Car. Your father is a dead man. This vehicle, long and wide, fast, where you lie across the cold seat, too young, is your only inheritance. You never believed it would happen like this. 16, in love with a man who is 30, whose lilting voice speaking is a sweetened echo of the language you were born to, a man whose hair rises thick as sponge beneath your hand, a man who'll be gone, return to his distant continent next week. You sense that your father is also in the car, but you cannot find him. The foreigner says he can teach you many things, and his white fist shifts beneath the denim of your jeans. His fingers spread there like disease. You cry out, Who's watching? They are your father's eyes. You see him now, at the wheel, tapping his big shoe against the brake, his heavy shoulders arched, his darkening head is turned. This next poem is called Smoke. Somebody asked me to write about smoking, which I do a lot. Sort of an expert. It's what I see you through. Beyond this haze, anything looks warm. Anything could be home. And what is home except what you live in? A close, familiar habit you don't break. My habits darken breath, busy fingers, a throat that grins and scratches with thick air. Wherever I go, I carry this habitat with me in a package. The man who gave me my first pack came from another country and went back. It would not be true to say I loved him. There wasn't time. But I never wanted to forget that passion, this man who lit me up and burned me down to ashes. I could not follow him home, and I could not stand his absence. So I adopted his habits and leaned on them. He is in my breath. You, too, will leave me with habits. Don't think that through this smoke I cannot see it. I see plenty. Another man who lifts me like a cigarette to his mouth, breathes me through his throat to his heart, holds me there as if I'm his only breath, and I learn to be breath, to live for my own disappearance. And then exhales me without notice, so I flounder in the air like a molecule of ash, and once again I have to lay down stakes by learning brand new habits that I will not break.